today we'll be looking at the midfield in football. Remember, the midfield is the engine room of the game. And today we'll be looking at three great players in the likes of Luka Modric, Xavi, and Iniesta that you all know. We'll be looking at their impact in football, and we'll be looking at who is the greatest among the three of them. Hi guys, welcome back to Football Banter. Today, the banter continues. So, Ebuka.
Yeah.
Let me begin with you. Iniesta made, football beautiful.
Yeah, same.
Xavi did same, and Modric same. So, Ebuka, what's your take with these three players? What do you feel? What do you see?
To me, they are. I used to call them the three greatest midfielders ever in football. Well, to me, because those are the midfielders I watched. I call them the trinity of midfielders. They're very good.
Trinity.
They are fantastic. There's nothing to actually use to compare or contrast or actually take out. Everybody did their own thing in their time and they did it well. Xavi and Iniesta and Modric even till now. And but still, if I was like now being asked to pick between the three of them, I would say
no, it's not your time for you to pick.
Okay,
I just want to get your view about the three of them. So, Wisdom, what's your view?
My view? Yeah, that's my view. That's my view.
Wisdom, what's your view?
They were fantastic players, and Modric is also, because Modric is currently playing, and he's a fantastic player. They've really conquered the world in their own space. For Iniesta and Xavi, the whole world felt their impact in Barcelona. But notwithstanding, I think Modric, for me.
No, I didn't say you should pick. I didn't say you should pick. I'm like Ebuka said, they are the trinity when it comes to midfield in the world of football.
When it comes to midfield in the world of football, actually, because the way they create chances, the way they read the game,
they are the most beautiful midfielders to watch.
It's amazing, because if you go through that era of Barcelona, where we had the Iniesta and Xavi and also Lionel Messi, most of the chances they created gave Lionel Messi that upper hand in winning the Ballon d'Or. So their impact was actually felt. And same thing with Luka Modric.
Okay. So, Mr. DeWine, what's your take, with these three great engine room players?
Yeah, just like you rightly said, in engine room. So these guys actually are the core of any team. They generate the impact we eventually see in the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi and some other notable goal scorers that we've known. Usually we only focus on the guys who score the goals without talking about, how that ball came about in the first place.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's worthy of note to identify these guys as being as equally important as the Cristiano Ronaldos and the Messis of this world. So these guys also are the core of any team, and I will not take anything away from any of them, even though in terms of comparison, which we're eventually going to get into, we can see at some points who edges better and who stands out. But trust me, there is not much difference.
So to you, if you have to pick the three of them, like who is the best? Who is the best to you? Who will you go for?
Okay, best. If we're going to say best, it's relative actually, but because you have to look at it from their
different
performance, performance at the peak, and also performance consistently. Who has maintained a high level of performance, and you also want to look at it from individual accolades and team accolades, and if I want to pick, you can also look at it from a perspective of if you're a coach, you're putting together a team. Who do you think you would like to have, right? Wow, Xavi, Iniesta, they're amazing. Luka Modric is great, but I don't know. It's a hard pick. It's a hard pick.
You must. It's a must. You must go for one. You must go for one.
But the thing is, if you go for a Xavi, you definitely need an Iniesta. That combination,
Wow.
that combination
Wow.
works like
Yeah,
magic.
that
So
makes
Wow.
sense. That makes sense.
you can't go for a Xavi alone or an Iniesta alone. You need a combination of both.
Yeah.
But for Luka Modric, he's the lone man standing in this case. And
Yeah.
in terms of individual accolades, Luka Modric is more successful than every one of them. And in terms of longevity and also performance on the highest level, for a long period of time, Luka Modric stands out. But in terms of, the
Flair,
peak performance, impact in the game, impact in a team, who has contributed the most to team glory, whose impact you cannot. In fact, they define the game. So I think I'll go for. I can't say Xavi or Iniesta. I'll go for Xavi, but I would like to go for both of them because, like I said, you can't go for one without the other.
That is you.
I'll give you a hot year. You think about it.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Let me
because
think about it.
This is what I like. Like you said, you rightly said that they are the guys that actually made the Ronaldo and Messi, came to light. They actually made them shine. Because without an Iniesta,
those are the king
without
makers.
a Xavi, we wouldn't have known a Messi kind of, without a Luka Modric and Luka
Tony
Modric is a
Cruz,
long study. You understand?
yeah,
So
Cruz.
Ebuka, to you, who will you pick?
It's hard, honestly, but just because of preference, I would choose a Xavi over any other one.
You choose.
Xavi
Xavi.
Hernandez.
Okay.
Yeah, this is why. Unlike what the one I said, picking a Xavi, you have to bring an Iniesta. You can say that because they practically played throughout their careers. Although even if Xavi started before Iniesta, but when everybody was interested in Xavi, was with Iniesta. But being a Barcelona fan, and just being the way I like football.
No, it's okay
they are
being a
good.
Barcelona fan. It's
No,
okay.
not only some Barcelona fans will
Because
know.
Xavi and Iniesta, they only played in Barcelona and the Spanish national team.
Barcelona
So
fan-
you can you
some
have the
Ba-
right
some
to say being a Barcelona fan.
Some Barcelona fans will not agree with me still, but just my preference. I chose Xavi. Why? Because Xavi, there is no position in the midfield that Xavi does not place. Xavi plays as an attacking midfielder, a normal center midfielder, that's a number 8, and then he plays as a number 6. He plays as a defensive midfielder also. Xavi, when it comes to technicalities,
Did you say he plays as number 6?
yes, he plays as a number 6 also.
six.
Yes, as a defensive midfielder. He did that with Spain.
Defensive midfielder is it number 6 or number 4?
Number 6. They call it a 4, a 6.
Yeah, because in
depends.
the French zone they call it number 6.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
in the English zone they call it
Number
4.
4,
Yeah, you're right.
So Xavi, why I also picked Xavi over an Iniesta is because one, though he didn't win the Ballon d'Or, but he ended up as third twice, only surpassed by Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And also Xavi, after playing, when it comes to passing accuracy in passing, he has it more than both Iniesta and Modric. His accuracy in passing is the best. Xavi don't actually even need to look before making a pass. There was a time they were saying that Xavi was an alien, that he had back eyes like 6. I don't know if you guys could recall. Xavi is that player
That's his ability to
Xavi
scan.
is that player that scans the game within 2 seconds and he already knows where to place the ball. Xavi is the kind of player that he knows the leg to set the ball for his teammates. He knows how to calculate the ball with your run, where you're going to stop and where the ball is going to meet you. He's that kind of player. Xavi is fantastic. But when it comes to flair, Iniesta is the best. When it comes to flair, when it comes to dribbling, when it comes to eye test, Iniesta over the two. Modric is more versatile. Modric also physically, Modric, you can see it, his longevity. He has more physical attributes than the rest. But me, I prefer Xavi, and that's one of it.
Okay, Ebuka goes for Xavi. So let's see, Wheezy, who do you go for?
It's really hard
But I don't swear
because I mean these guys are legends of the game of football. But personally, I think I have my preferences. I think I will go for Luka Modric. Because, you know why I said so? I watched the 2020 World Cup in Russia.
2018.
2018 World Cup in Russia, like and I saw the impact of Modric.
The one they went
to the final.
to the finals
Yes.
with the France national
the
team.
impact of Modric to Croatia. And if you check throughout that World Cup, Croatia has been consistent when it comes to the top level of competition,
Yeah.
FIFA, Euros, and all thanks to Modric, because his quality is felt every game of the. Now I'm leaving Real Madrid though. I just want to focus on the national team, and that year he won the Ballon d'Or. Right? He won the Ballon d'Or, and he was FIFA's best player. I mean, he was like one of the best player of that year, 2018. And so that alone, like, this guy has been consistent. If you go through Real Madrid games, you discover that.
But there are reservations for that Ballon d'Or.
Look,
Let's not go there. You wanted to give it to Mbappe?
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
He was robbed. Let's just leave that.
Let's not go there.
No problem. No, he was robbed.
No, I personally,
because
he wasn't
when it comes
wrong.
to stats,
It's okay. It's okay.
it's okay. That's the topic for that.
Ronaldo was robbed. Ronaldo was robbed.
Let's not go
To
there.
Dewine, Ronaldo was robbed.
Ronaldo was not robbed. I
Wait,
personally have my reservation.
You were saying something. Go ahead. You saw him in the national
like
team.
the national team, you come to Real Madrid, his impact.
Yeah.
If Modric doesn't start a game, Real Madrid struggles. That's the truth. Even currently, despite the fact that he has
comes
not
on the
been,
bench and
he
changes the
has
game.
gone. Like young.
Yeah.
But when he comes in from the bench, you will see his impact.
Yeah, that's longevity. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so first, I just go
go for Modric.
But I'm not ruling out the fact that Iniesta and
No,
Xavi
like we all said, you have to make a preference.
Yes.
Yeah, and you've done yours, which is right. Going for Modric with whatever with the qualities you've made. Okay, it's good. So the wine.
Coach, let me ask you. Who do you prefer?
No, I'll let the wine. I'll come.
No, you have not said your.
The wine has to say something. And then I'll get back to you. The wine has not. I started with the wine, and the wine said we said he was going to come back to make his own.
Okay,
his own choice.
So like I said, whether you like it or not, a team is not complete if you have just Xavi. You also need an Iniesta, because there's something Iniesta brings to the game that complements what Xavi brings to the game.
Wow.
So that's why I'm just going to stick with Luka Modric.
Okay, stick with Luka Modric.
Yeah. Because in terms of cognitive ability and technicality, Modric is unbeatable. Yeah.
Are you saying Modric more technical than Iniesta?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never seen any player that is more technical than Iniesta.
Luka
Not even
Modric.
Messi.
How can you say you've never seen any player who's more technical than
Not
Iniesta?
even Messi. I'm telling you, that's the truth.
Well,
Coach. In terms of technical strength, Luka Modric is.
Well, before I get there, I want to make some series of points here. In the game of football, two always outnumber one. But when it comes to comparison, one can say outnumber two. Why do I say so? I will go for Luka Modric, and my reasons being this. Iniesta and Xavi played only in Barcelona. Let me remove my cap first, because this is tough, you know. Guys, Iniesta and Xavi played only in Barcelona. I want the fans to get me. I want you guys to understand what I'm saying, please. It's my opinion. You give me your opinion too. But Iniesta and Xavi played only in Barcelona for as long as it takes, and the Spanish national team. And
Modric.
yeah, Iniesta and Xavi. Iniesta and Xavi, they play only in Barcelona. They didn't see any other club. Only in Barcelona and the national team, the Spanish national team. For the length of time they play, I think 14 or 15 years, I don't know. Yeah. But Modric played with Tottenham.
Yeah.
From Tottenham, I think before playing for Tottenham, he played with one other team, if my memories can actually call the shot. And then
Zagreb, Dynamo Zagreb.
Dynamo Zagreb. And then later on, he went to Madrid, where he became who he is today. And if you look at Modric standing as a one-man army, you know, he had the midfield all for him. In Madrid, he was the only person, you know, that could go offensive with the ball, and that could still come back and track back those balls. Now look at Modric. Modric is known for his outer outer blade flare of the ball. That's what they call the spin. He invented the spin. You know, the
No, he didn't invent
Trivela.
it.
Okay, he modified it.
It's best done by Quaresma.
He added
Rosicky.
Rosicky. Yeah. You're right.
You know
You're right.
Quaresma?
You're Quaresma and Rosicky. You know,
When it comes to Trivela, Quaresma is a Trivela king.
No, Rosicky brought about Trivela.
Who invented it?
Rosicky.
Quaresma.
No, Rosicky.
Rosicky.
Quaresma came
Let's
to us.
no, we're not talking about Quaresma.
Yeah. Rosicky. You know, Rosicky started then Quaresma.
Was it 2002 World Cup? I can't remember.
Memories.
That was when Rosicky did that thing.
So what I'm saying is, Modric, you know, Modric actually modified. Should I use the word modify?
Yes, not modified.
It's part of his arsenal.
That's where he became. That's where he became an
Iniesta,
MM.
Xavi used to do
Modric
Trivela.
modified an MM. So now getting into this, you know, like Wizzy said, if you look at the World Cup, was it 2018? Yeah, 2018 World Cup.
2018 in Russia.
You know, he single-handedly took Croatia to the finals. You understand? And if he had an Iniesta, like in 2010, when Xavi had an Iniesta and then Spain won the World Cup, if he had someone to collaborate with, they would have won that World Cup against France. Like, seriously. Though we are not ruling out the fact that Kylian Mbappe did perfectly well with Griezmann and the others. But if you look at it, Modric was he was a star boy. In fact, between the French team and the Croatian team, Modric was the outstanding player.
Yes.
Even at one point in time, the French president, then I think Macron, Macron and the Croatian president,
that lady.
You saw them. They were like, this guy is. The woman have never seen Modric. It was his. I think from her countenance, you see that she was so surprised that so we have this talent in our country, this Modric. You understand? So Modric is, to me, is the icon of the midfield. And if you look at him playing up till now, Xavi did not actually play up to this.
You can't call Xavi is older than Modric. You can't compare.
Xavi is not older than Modric for
Xavi played.
It's not a 5 years gap between the two of them.
It's more. It's more.
Are you serious?
It's more. Yes.
So check it out. Let's see that.
If it is 5 years, it's much.
It's much.
Yeah, no, but I don't think it's 5 years. I don't think it's 5 years. Are you saying Xavi is 44? Because Modric is 39. Are you saying Xavi is 44?
Xavi is 47.
47
years.
years.
Yeah, Xavi
48.
40 something. Yeah.
So when did Xavi retire from football? And Iniesta.
Xavi retired. I'm trying to remember. I think Xavi retired to 2016 or 2017. You know, he moved to Visco Kobe. Xavi retired in. I'm coming. Let me check. Xavi moved to Al Shabab, and he retired in 2019.
At what age?
At what age? What age?
I'm coming. Let me just check. Let me just check Xavi's
40?
age. Let me just check his age now.
Yeah, because, you know, like I was saying, to me, Modric, why Ibuka is still checking him, Modric is the best because when you look at
Xavi
Modric,
is 45 years. So he's 6 years older than...
It's 4 years. 4 years. It is 45, it's 4 years.
How old is Modric?
Sorry, 6 years.
6 years.
45.
Modric
So
is 39.
Yeah, it should be 5 years. 5 years because Modric will be 40 already. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is, Modric is. Are you sure Modric is 39 years?
Modric.
Let's confirm it because Cristiano Ronaldo is 40.
40.
Between Cristiano and Modric, who is older?
No, Cristiano Ronaldo is
older than Modric.
Yeah.
So
Modric is either 39 or also 40.
Or 40. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Because I used to make mistake between the two of them, their ages. You know, I don't know who is older, but I think they should be.
Modric is 39 years.
39 years. 39. So you can see it now that and Modric has done a lot. He has won the Ballon d'Or. He has won too many Champions League with Madrid. You know, conquering Europe.
And also the
the
Club World Cup.
You understand? So we can't compare. To me, I'm not saying Iniesta and Xavi are not good, but like the one said, you cannot take away a Xavi from Iniesta, and you cannot take an Iniesta away from Xavi.
Okay, now
they are pairs.
Listen.
If you bring the two together, they will outsmart Modric. But if you have to go individually, like taking Xavi, taking Iniesta, and taking Modric, I think Modric outsmart each and every one of them individually.
Coach, you guys seem to forget. But first of all, let me start by this. Everybody have their own time. And we have seen it with the two of them. When Xavi and Iniesta were doing it, they won 3 international trophies in a row,
Modric was still playing.
back-to-back Euros and a World Cup in between. Modric was a player then, very active, and he was not doing it when they were doing it.
He was
So
doing it.
everybody
You can't
have
that.
No, listen,
You
no,
can't
no,
relate
wait,
that.
wait.
You can't relate that.
When coach win,
Listen,
you cannot
when coach was talking-
you cannot compare the team of the
Now I'm saying, I said everybody have their time. Now listen,
You cannot
listen.
compare the
it's not about time.
Spanish
Everybody
team and the
have their
Croatian
time.
team.
Before we take
Now.
you're about to take the conversation
Now.
somewhere else.
You're
about to take the conversation somewhere else. That's not the point. Now we're talking about.
But before you say that, where does he want to? Where do you think he was taking
Wait,
the
now let me
conversation to?
explain now.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to talk about trophies and everything. No, that's not the point. Like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to
Do you know that Xavi had back-to-back best player in the Euros?
wait now.
2008 and 2012.
wait.
So that's
Wait,
individual
wait,
performance
now.
too. He still stood out. Xavi.
Wait now.
Not even. I'm not talking about
Don't even
Iniesta.
go where you are
Xavi.
going to, because when it comes to individual trophies
Let's
and
listen to
individual
the wine.
laurels,
The wine.
They have more trophies than Modric.
Let's listen to the one.
Ebuka, calm down.
Yeah.
Ebuka, calm down. When it comes to individual trophies and laurels, Xavi, Iniesta, and Modric comes out on top. Don't even argue it.
Okay, individual awards.
Yeah, don't,
Okay,
yes. So don't argue it.
Yes. Individual
Now, when
awards.
it comes to comparison, Modric and Iniesta, don't worry. Modric is ahead.
Yes.
The person we are talking, you know, we are having the conversation. You know, who's better is Xavi and Modric, and clearly, right? They all have their strengths.
Yeah.
But it's Modric has more. If you talk about, you know, winning the World Cup and the Euros, don't forget. That's why I said that when you put together Iniesta and
That was
Xavi,
a dream
that's
team.
a power combo.
Okay. What about Rakitic, Kovacic, and all the other players, Brozovic that played with Modric? Are you not saying they were not a good combo?
No.
No, don't go there. I refuse that.
Come on, that's
No, that I refuse that.
Croatia's dream team.
No, that I refuse
Whether
that.
you like it or not.
No, I refuse that. Ebuka.
Wisdom.
You can't compare. Ebuka, you can't compare a Rakitic and a Modric to a
Before
Iniesta
Spain
and
won
Xavi.
the
You
World
can't.
Cup, have they won the World Cup before?
Ebuka.
No, wait. Before Spain won the World Cup, have they won the World Cup before?
They've not.
What year was that?
2010. They've not.
No, so that's say that is their dream team. And the Croatians that went to the final, even if they did not win it, it was their dream team. Whether you like it or not, yes, Modric was a standout man.
Ebuka.
And then in that Spanish team, Xavi Hernandez was the best player.
Ebuka.
You understand me?
Ebuka.
So now that is comparing the two now based on international. When it comes to international, even if they did not win it, even if Madrid did not win the World Cup, let's say yes, Spain had a better team. Fine. But who was their best player? Xavi Hernandez.
Ebuka.
You get me now?
You may be right, but you should listen to what Dewine said. Dewine said it here that you can't take away a Xavi from Iniesta.
You can't
take an Iniesta away from
because Xavi plays everywhere.
It's a combo, and that's why I said earlier that these
Xavi
people
can start
these people
without
They
Iniesta.
were never separated. Do you know why they were never separated
Why?
from Barcelona and the national team?
Did they retire in Barcelona, the two of them?
They were never separated. They had their prime. They had their prime in Barcelona.
Modric prime is in Madrid.
No.
What? Did you know Madrid before Madrid?
I knew Modric in Tottenham. I knew Modric in Tottenham.
But what was he doing?
He was doing those things. He was doing those things.
doing it.
You can check.
Do you want to compare Madrid? Have you forgotten that his best version is in Madrid? Whether you like it or not.
Madrid is a big club.
Madrid
is only a big club.
Even Madrid, when he came to Madrid, they even labeled him the worst signing because he did not even pick.
Did you know
He found himself in Madrid. Whether you like it or not.
It's a lie.
That is the truth.
Ebuka, wait. No, don't.
Somebody that was labeled the worst signing in Madrid history.
Ebuka, don't shout. Ebuka, wait. Listen, it's like you are saying it's
No,
just
I understand
wait
where
now.
Ebuka is going
It's
to.
more like you are also saying that Gareth Bale found himself in Madrid. Oga, calm down. Don't be shouting.
yeah, say Cristiano Ronaldo found himself in Madrid.
Wait. Don't be shouting. Wait, let me explain. Don't be shouting.
Explain.
You know Luka Modric was a star boy in Tottenham.
Wait,
Before coming to
Do you know
Madrid.
that the glory Barcelona that you're talking about?
Do you know? It's a question. I ask
These
you.
boys
Ebuka,
came from
answer
the
me.
La Masia.
Ebuka,
No.
Ebuka,
Xavi and Iniesta
Ebuka,
came from the La Masia.
Ebuka,
Yes, they didn't have any other team. But because of their talent and because of how good they were, and because of how they started from the peak.
Ebuka is good.
They started from the peak.
Ebuka is good. But I want to ask you one question.
From the
Ebuka, you are
beginning of
right.
that career.
You are right. I want to ask
So
you
you
one
can't
question.
take it away from them.
Are you taking away the fact that Luka Modric was a star boy in Tottenham before coming to Madrid?
No, I'm not taking it away.
So why are you taking it away?
Okay,
you are
sorry.
taking it away.
Now,
No,
let me
because
rephrase
you're
it.
actually
Okay,
saying
calm down.
who knows him in Tottenham.
But what I'm trying to say is Modric became great in Madrid.
No. Madrid was already a great club.
Listen.
Madrid is already a great club.
No,
Modric
Now, if Madrid was Tottenham, listen to me, let me come. If Tottenham had the profile of Madrid, Modric would have been known ever since.
Exactly.
Okay, now, coach, fine.
Let me.
Now, Iniesta and Xavi, listen. No. You guys have never allowed me to even go well.
No,
You don't allow us
You
to
have
land
been
to.
interpreting. You have been interrupting
It's okay.
me. You have been interrupting me since I started.
Ebuka, say what you want to say.
Now, Iniesta and Xavi, they started their career in Barcelona.
Yeah.
And they spent most of their years in Barcelona. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have only 2 minutes to
They
round
they
up.
spent
Yeah.
they spent most of their career in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Those guys came from the La Masia. They
Yeah.
came from and they had no option than to be. Do you know how many players came from La Masia that did not make it to that team?
Yeah.
They were Fabregas, they were Arteta. Even Arteta, Fabregas, and a lot of
Ebuka, we are talking about Iniesta and Xavi.
I'm telling you about that.
Canalize your words, canalize your argument. Let's get it.
Listen, their class.
What are you saying?
Santi Cazorla and the rest, their class make them stand out at very young age. These guys took the pin. They took the mantle of Barcelona. Come on, you can't take that away from them.
Okay.
It's not their fault that they were already at the top from a young age, from the beginning.
Yeah.
That's why I said everybody had their time.
Oh, it's good. Okay, Dewine, you wanted to say something. Let's Dewine say something in 2 minutes, Dewine, and then we will say something in 2 minutes.
In
We'll
2
run up.
minutes, you never allow me.
No, you go ahead. Just go ahead.
Ebuka, first and foremost, right? I don't know what you mean by they started on the big club and that's why they played. In terms of longevity on the top level, Modric comes on top. So don't even go there.
That is just physical.
Ebuka is talking. Ebuka is talking. When we were talking, I was listening. He's talking. Allow him to talk.
Longevity on the playing on the highest level, Modric comes on top. In terms of peak performance, do you understand? In peak performance, then you can say it's not even Xavi. Iniesta is actually better off in terms of who has the most peak performance. Yes, peak performance. Take note of my words. Peak performance, Iniesta is actually better off the three, right? In terms of who's got the longevity. Listen,
Ebuka,
wait now. Longevity in terms of performance, like sustained performance. Modric. You said something about Modric discovered himself in Madrid. Are you serious?
He became
Modric,
great there.
No. Modric peaked in Madrid.
Okay.
Modric has always been very fantastic. It's just
That
like
means you just agree with what I said.
It's just like you're saying Cristiano Ronaldo became great in Madrid. No, Cristiano Ronaldo has been great. And
He peaked there, man.
No, he didn't pick. Don't go there.
No, he said Modric peaked.
No, allow him to learn.
When you say peak, let me use let me spell it. P-E-A-K, not P-I-C-K. So that you understand what I mean peaked. Now, Modric changing a league, because that seemed to be your argument, moving from the English Premiership to Spanish La Liga.
Yeah.
Of course, there will be a learning process because the systems are different. He will need to adapt. And you're using that as a base of comparison to Xavi and Iniesta, who are in the same league. So if for anything, that should even be a plus for Modric.
Challenge our raw material for champions. Challenge our raw material for champions.
To be able to perform
live from one league to the other league
and still maintain maintain the same level and even raise the game, raise his performance level in the other league. I don't think that should be a basis for comparison. Like I said earlier, if each of these players have they have their, you can't take anything away from them.
You can't take anything.
Yes,
That's what I was trying to say.
but you would be underrating Luka Modric if you think Xavi has that over him. No,
everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses.
Exactly. When it comes to what Xavi, it's just in some very few areas, not much. Not much. Like in terms of long passes. Long range passes. Xavi comes on top. But in terms of long shot, none of them come none of them come close to Luka Modric. In terms of defensive work, cognitive ability, even technicality, I would say
technical ability. Iniesta is above all of them.
But Modric, in terms of technical ability, is better than Xavi.
Okay, so let's listen to Wizzy. Wizzy, in 2 minutes, we are rounding up with this.
Dewine have actually said some of the things I intended to say. So we.
Do you go with the fact that, let me just give it to you, do you go with the fact that that Madrid made Luka Modric?
No.
Or Luka Modric was already
he has always been a fantastic player. He has always been great from Tottenham. Because the truth is that Tottenham is not a trophy-winning team.
Yes.
So
Even Gareth Bale.
just imagine putting Luka Modric in a Manchester United or a Chelsea team. You can imagine the kind of trophies he would have won.
Manchester United.
So yes, no, previous now.
Previous. When he was at Tottenham then. When he was at Tottenham then. When he was in Tottenham then. You know, Man U were the
Why are you
top
laughing
team.
at Man United?
You know, we're talking about.
Why are you guys laughing at Man United?
No, be the Man U now. I'm not talking about
Even the Man United now.
the current Man U. So just imagine the fact that he left a Tottenham team that don't have a winning mentality. Yes, he went to Real Madrid and he struggled. Mbappe went to Real Madrid and struggled.
Mbappe is not struggling, no.
No, I remember
Mbappe struggled.
He struggled
Let's
because
not even debate that
last
Mbappe struggled.
I think last year
Don't
we
worry,
were complaining of
Mbappe struggled.
Mbappe. He
Don't worry.
struggled.
Let's go.
It's normal.
And then he picked, and then since then he has been consistent.
Yeah, so
I'll
let me
give it
even
to him.
correct some things I said. Yes, saying that Modric became great at Madrid is to be wrong because he's great. Now, the same thing with Xavi and Iniesta. It's not their fault that they started in.
It's okay. It's
in
okay.
that team.
No.
But you're saying no. I just want to place them on the same level.
Wait.
I just want to place them on the level because they were kids when they were kids when it's not easy adapting as a child as young as the way adapting in that high level already.
I
so
think
it's not
the
easy.
fact
Also,
that Modric started somewhere before moving to Madrid gives him an edge.
those guys were kids when they started.
So guys,
Come on.
we come to the end of this episode of Football Banter. What's your take, guys? Luka Modric, Xavi Hernandez, and Iniesta. Who do you think is the best midfielder of your time?
Of all time.
Of all time, who do you think is the best midfielder? Is it Iniesta?
Who would you
Is it
have
Xavi
in your
Hernandez?
dream team?
Is it Luka Modric? We give it to you, and we wait your response. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Football Banter.